introduction.
And we're live.
Let's. We did it. DM first.
My name is Ken, and I am the Dungeon Master.
I am Tyler. I am playing Scalar.
I am Steven, and I'm playing Monty.
We're going by age.
Oh.
Apparently.
I'm David, and I'm playing Malcolm. I should have went before Steve because he's a little baby.
I'm Mike, and I'm playing Neldor. I'm playing Neldor. Not Oogway.
Almost did it. Almost.
I'm Jared. I'm 19, and I never fucking learned how to read.
What?
All right. So it looks like I'm seeing Neldor is up. What happened last week?
I believe last week we traveled deep underground to face off against the fish people who were stealing ships from the water in some crazy whirlpool that teleported the ships down and all this, and we had defeated them.
Question mark?
Yes, the last one escaped using Sanctuary, but you defeated all of the rest of them. You freed like 30 shipmen, I guess they would be called.
Ship individuals.
And, let me see. Monty called groups of them to arms against the fish people.
Yes, that's right.
So, because of that, if you can see up in the upper right corner on the screen here,
Yes.
those are the
Boys.
5 sailors who now have loyalty to Monty.
Oh,
So
I am the
the
king.
deal will be that these 5 guys, you guys managed to like get a ship out of there too, I think.
Yeah, we did.
Oh, right.
So-
There was one intact.
Right. So you guys managed to like load everybody on the ship and get them out. So the deal is going to be that these guys, they're not going to live here. They're still going to work for what's his face there, Lord.
Blueberry.
So many names. Lord Colcom, who's the merchant guy who had hired you. They're going to work for him. He's going to keep them on the docks, just helping to unload and load stuff. But then if you ever need ships to take you somewhere, you will have the ship you brought out, which you guys can name, and these 5 guys will then help. They will sail it for you. And I was going to make proper tokens. I just didn't get a chance to do that. So you've got these 5 guys in a ship that can take you around if need be, up and down the rivers or wherever.
Awesome. Are they expecting payment or anything, or was us saving their lives payment enough?
They want to work for you, but they still. So like they are available to you. Like he made the deal then, saying that these guys would be available to you whenever you need to take them out. He would like it if you paid them while they went out, but
I'll give them like half of
in the
my
meantime,
ship from now on, because I mean, just like spoiling a little bit of my whole backstory, but the whole idea that I'm out here for is to like kind of like get in touch with the normal peasant folk. So that's like that. I guess that can be part of my thing, is that I'm giving them some like half of my payment just for,
you don't have to. I mean, I wouldn't say doing that much, but like
well,
they're still going to work for him and like loading and unloading, so they're going to earn a little bit of money there.
Oh, sweet.
If you gave them each like a gold a week or whatever, I mean that's enough to live, to like get meals and everything with whatever else they're doing.
A gold a week?
Probably. I mean, if you're talking like a couple like silver to get like a meal,
that's like pretty good. It's usually like a couple of silver, or a couple of copper a day, if
Like
anything.
5 silver to rent a room.
Yeah, I guess. So,
I mean, if you give them a couple gold a week, they'd be like probably doing okay, and they'd be happy enough to do that. They're happy enough to do it because you came and saved them, and you had aroused them enough with your heroic speech in the caves.
Look at you go.
I don't know. I do remember that I did not want to take any cut for this mission.
oh yeah, I have the gold still. I have all the money still. Hold up, I have it.
Remember?
So
You would be correct because I never gave you that. All right, we should
here
be
is
good.
the loot, gentlemen. We
Oh, whoa.
basically all the food stuff just kind of goes into our stores here. I assume.
There is under handouts
Stores.
that.
Oh, there. Perfect.
Oh, everybody can see that, right?
Yes,
Yes.
sir.
Good
Okay,
stores,
yeah.
yes.
Everybody should be able to go in and modify it and whatever else as well.
Yes, we can. So
Okay, so I think I had taken a healing potion. Yeah, I took a healing potion. If that's all right.
yeah, that's fine.
And then
Just-
who else wants the other one? Because we can just delete those from the stores.
Right, I was going to say, if you're going to take the stuff and put it on your sheet, delete it from here.
That's what I was gonna say.
Yeah, I think I'll take the other one because I'm more of a frontline fighter. I'm not in the back very
Okay,
much.
yeah, and then we have two casters.
I'm almost stealthy.
Who should we give the hill giant potion? I shouldn't get because I already have good enough strength.
It's for a boost.
Yeah, but okay, but listen, it's
Give it to
I already
Melville.
have. I know.
Melville.
Listen, I have an
Give it to
18
Melville.
strength. It pushes up to a 21. That's a +1 to my strength. That's literally doesn't do anything.
Give it to
Yeah,
Melville.
but I think we said it was better for Mike to have it.
Yeah, Mike can take it. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because I mean,
Is-
like if we need to push
yeah.
something together, I'd rather have someone who has like an okay AC or whatever doing it with me.
It gives you that for like an hour.
Okay, dope.
One dose, an hour of 21 strength.
So who?
So I deleted them from
What,
there.
what y'all do on your downtime?
So start off with the stuff that I know at this point in time. Here, he's disappears into the. Is that the correct one? I can't even see. I need to zoom in.
That's like the weaponsmith at forge area.
Nope, that's not the right token. I don't think.
That's me.
That's you.
That's no door.
No.
Yeah. So we had talked that down here. These are. Oh, there's the thing right there.
Where's the lab? Yep.
Skellard locks himself in the lab area. I know that was going on there, and
Yeah,
he can
he is,
describe what happens there if you would like.
Sure, he is going to just be doing. Anyone who just walks by the door will hear the sound of, I guess, furious testing, furious science, or research, or however you want
You
to.
just hear the NCIS theme song when they're going in the forensics laboratory.
Yes, that's great. But the door is locked. He will not let anyone in.
God, that's
For like 2 hours straight. 2 hour. Well, let's actually say 3 hours. That sounds a little more manic, where he wants to be. And after the first 2 hours, you start hearing a couple of hissing growls that are maybe a little concerning. And then after that third hour, just full on, just freak out lizard moment. Just weird sounds. You would just a bunch of crashing. He's gonna upturn only one desk, but it's gonna get turned over the right way. And he's just gonna freak out a little bit, and then something else will happen. Eventually.
Oh god, Malcolm is gonna be in there too.
So after
I sent you the thing. So when he finally emerges from there, I'm not even sure.
There's a core
God.
standing there ready to
Huh.
go.
Yeah, that's legit. That
Yeah.
Tyler is legit what I rolled, and that's why it cracks me up.
Okay. Yeah, he's gonna go towards the kitchen.
He has like a very faint. You don't get to see it all the time, but every once in a while you see like this little faint, sort of like an amber kind of a glow that shimmers every once in a while around him. If you're not really looking for it, you probably wouldn't notice it. But you guys kind of, you'll pick it out because you guys probably, will spend enough time after this for the next few days to have seen it.
He's gonna go and make himself a big meal and eat a lot.
All right.
Okay, yeah, that's what he does. He's also gonna try to drink, but we'll see how that goes.
Okay.
Well, after these few hours, Malcolm, you finally get a chance to get in the lab, only to find one table smashed up, but you kind of
The left
see,
one.
like, the table slowly kind of like moving and getting put back in place by these invisible something or anothers that happened before as they come down to start cleaning things up. And you spend some time in there doing your studies as well.
He's just
I mean,
gonna
we'll
take
say,
note of the fact that before you start doing stuff, he's gonna take note of the fact that Scar went in, destroyed something, walked out, and it was fixed. But he's gonna
and
keep
give me
it
a
back his head to ask him about
and
it.
give me a perception check too.
Perception.
Nice.
Oh, I love my life. Hey.
Yeah, so you come in, you just start doing your studies. You don't notice anything out of the ordinary aside from a table is all smashed up.
And it just gets put together as I'm working, and like I go to put down a bottle, and all of a sudden there's a table there, and I'm just like, oh, okay.
Is there any specific stuff that Neldor or Monty want to do, or were you,
Around what time
Galar,
is
going
this
to
right now? Oh, sorry.
wanting to go out later? Like, say there's be a couple of days before we get into whatever. You have a couple of free days. Like, were you guys going to go out to do things? Were you
I
going
think I'd invite Monty out to go have a drink in celebration.
Yeah, I'd go with them, I guess. Go mingle with the peasantry.
All right. We'll say this is later on. Did you want to go Scalar or?
He will have had eaten a lot, and he doesn't seem very satisfied with that. So he will. Are you going to find booze?
There's booze here.
Yeah, we were. I mean, we're actually. Actually, I
Then
want to
fine.
nudge Neldor and be like, why don't we just bring one of our barrels and like treat the whole to in.
I don't think that stuff's any good.
I mean, we've already dipped into a little bit, and
I
it is
tried the red and it was wonderful, I may say.
at least
Well,
one mug of the rum too.
I didn't. I don't know that stuff I had. That barrel. He points to a barrel. That stuff's no good.
That's pickled fish.
Now you realize that's actually the rum.
Oh, it's not good.
You tried it. You thought it was perfectly good.
Yeah. What?
I guess I'll try the rum and see what's up, if it's good or not.
Yeah, you guys think the rum tastes like awesome.
Galar is going to take a big, dunk a mug in there and drink all of it.
All the entire barrel.
The mug. He's dumping
it. Scared.
Yeah, and he's going to just drink, I don't know what you're talking. He's just going to just drink all of it right in front of you, just all of it, then hold the glass upside down and just be like, I don't know.
I understand. How about we go out? We keep our stocks for when we need our stocks.
Fair
we don't
enough.
want to, poison any of the peasantry, as you said, put it so eloquently there, Sir Monty.
I don't want to poison people.
I'll go have a drink. You want to get the flame fellow, or are we just riding three?
Well, I mean, we can go see what the hell he's doing.
I was about to copy your thing. Stop moving your token, Dave.
Sorry.
I was moving everyone over to a different map, and then all of a sudden, I go to click on your token, and it goes, whoop, and I was like, wait.
Where'd it go?
He's just teleporting around.
Yeah, David just randomly has his little spasms.
Yeah. Malcolm just blips in and out of existence every once in a while.
What the fuck? Okay, yeah, but we can go see what the hell Malcolm's doing.
All right, so you guys want to head to a local bar?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
I wonder what map we're headed to. Wow, this looks Strangely
Same map.
familiar.
I love this.
Oh, but different people.
Kept the same map.
Oh, even this guy over here.
Don't you want to go to a place where everyone looks the same?
Look at this guy right
I
over here.
mean,
This guy
Nobody
looks
knows your
familiar.
name.
wait.
Oh my god, he's
I'm
asking.
too. I'm too.
So you head into like a local bar. You know that in this area there are 3 bars, 3 inns. Uh,
Did I lose you?
did I put?
Oh, no.
Oh, I don't think I wrote the one down. You know that there is like this super high fancy bar called the Blind Beholder. I will say, you know, a bunch of this seems to be sort of like a franchise kind of a bar. Like, you know, there's a few of them around at the various big cities. They're like the super, like the elite of the people go there, and getting seats from here costs a ton of money.
Oh,
There is, I swear to God, I wrote down a 3rd bar and I did not. There's like a low end, like all the criminals, thug type people go to called the Scarred Maiden.
ooh, this sounds like fun.
How homely.
That is not the one you're gonna this bar. This is gonna be the middle bar. And this place is going to be the Rusty Spoke.
Rusty spoke.
It's sort of like the common man kind of goes here. Like you wouldn't go here and expect to have like fights break out or things like that.
Let's go to
Uh,
that.
Middle class bar.
Let's not go to the aristocrat bar. Let's not go to the scumbag bar. Let's go to the middle class.
I'm into this bar. I like this bar. This
Right.
one makes me feel at home.
Yeah,
not
so you
quite
come
at
in
home,
here,
but it's closer.
You see a dwarf lady behind the bar who is as or assume as the owner at this point in time of the bar. There's a couple patrons around, a few guards. You see a couple of guards. You see and a few other like common folk just sitting around, having drinks, food, whatever. And then you see like this like female bard playing in the corner. She's pretty good. You see like
How good?
Better than
let's
him.
see here.
You gonna make a duet?
Or
I might.
it's gonna be a rap battle.
The songs you hear here is pretty good at this point in time. I mean, you've heard better, but who knows?
Am I better?
Are you better? I don't know. You want to
Maybe.
do? What are you gonna do?
Battle of the bands.
I guess I'm gonna
I can lay down a sick beat for you, my mans.
talk to the owner and ask if I may play a song after this lady is finished with her most current.
Performance.
I am a very
Head up to the
talented
bar, and
bard.
there's
Persuasion, also.
all right. So you walk up and you say you're a talented bard, and you're gonna do whatever you want to play or whatever.
Yeah.
She says. Well, Melody over there. I mean, she normally comes in and plays for me every night, and she doesn't mind doing that. So you'll need to go talk to her, but I certainly wouldn't mind a battle of the bard or whatever. That'll bring in more. That's more money for me. People love hearing that kind of stuff. So feel free to go talk to her.
I guess I'll walk over to Melody.
All right. As you walk up, she kind of. Yep, that is Melody. She kind of has like
she has a flashing sign above her head. That was kind of what I was going for.
You see her kind of like look you over, see the instrument. You should be able to move your tokens around as well. I put you guys at the doorway.
Or am I the man inside? Or am I both? Who am I?
Oh,
What does
no.
this say? I can move both. What does this mean?
Oh, why
Whoa.
is there two of you?
Oh my god.
There's two of me.
Mirror image.
Oh, I've been deleted.
So does that mean
Shadow
somebody's
clone.
not here?
No, everyone's here. What's going
No,
on?
No,
yeah,
I was
everybody's
up
here.
in the bar too. Like there was me up here and then me at the door.
Oh, I looked everywhere. I copied them in the first time, and then they disappeared, and I was like, "Where'd they all go?"
Alright. Well, I guess I'll tell Abby. I bet 5 gold septums that I can outbard you. Friendly competition, of course.
All right. So as you walk up there, she kind of like looks you over and sees your what kind of instrument do you have again?
I have a loot, a silver
A
loot,
loot?
a shiny loot. Yes, sir.
And she kind of gives you one of those like kind of like a cocky, playful kind of grin as you come up, and she's like, playing through a song. And so you say, what? You want to challenge her to a thing?
Yeah, friendly competition, but with some wagering because I do like to gamble here and there. 5
She goes.
septums.
She goes. You're on. I'll take that bet.
You're gonna regret because I'm the best there's ever been.
Run, boys, run.
Nice. Was not
The
expecting
Roadhouse
that.
Rising Sun.
All right. So she has like a little. She has her little fiddle out there, and you have your little lute, and she says, "Well, then you pick the song as the challenger."
Ooh, what song do I pick? I guess
I
I'll
don't know. Make
play a. Yeah, I will play. I will play a more upbeat, toe tapping version of Ragnar the Red.
All right. Tokens.
Toe tapping.
See if we can get these people to rise.
All right. So maybe I should make your guys' tokens a little bit bigger.
Yeah, I feel dwarfed.
All right. So she invites you up on stage, and you guys start to play.
I will say before I start playing, as I'm adjusting my strings, tuning them and such, I will quote unquote inspire myself. If that, I will give myself bardic inspiration.
Okay.
All right. So should I roll performance then?
Yes.
Is this after a long rest or no?
18.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I will. I believe I will be using my bardic inspiration as well on that. So that is
Just to
a
make sure.
plus a d6. So that is a 22.
All right.
Try to get the common folk nice and rowdy.
All right. So you start to play, and then partway through the song, she picks up and starts playing like the fiddle part of it as well. On top of that, and then you guys start like dueling it out, and she rolled like a 20 altogether.
Ooh.
So between the two of you, yours sounded better, but
Still really
obviously,
good.
Yeah, both of you are like playing this amazing song, and it doesn't take too long before all the people in the bar are.
While he's playing, Ken.
All right, feel free to whisper that to him while you do that. It doesn't take long before everybody in the bar is jumping around and dancing and tapping their feet and stuff. And definitely having a great time. So while that is going on, Monty, what are you going to do? Hang out and listen? Or...
Yeah, well, yeah, me and Malcolm were just arguing about who was better.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's on the other side of the bar, but I mean, whatever. We're just shouting. apparently.
Okay.
He's shouting over this beautiful music.
Shut up.
While they're still talking, I bet 5 gold on the boy. Well, I think the girl's gonna win. In the middle of them playing, he's doing better.
That's why I said I'd message him during his playing to see if it would drop his concentration. Distract him
Oh my god,
momentarily.
that would have been so good.
That's why I said that to Ken.
All right, so you guys start yelling across the bar as loud as you can. And I'm going to make you make another roll there as well now, Neldor, and she will also make another roll.
Oh boy. Both with disadvantage.
All
I
right,
did fuck up.
So
as they start yelling, the two of you actually both start messing up. You way worse than she does. And start missing a few notes here and there and playing a couple of off notes, and a few other weird little twangy noises start coming out, and a few people are kind of, taken aback. They kind of give Malcolm and Monty some evil stares of you're interrupting the bard kind of stares.
Is there any food on the table near me, like an apple or like a tomato by any chance?
You see like a bowl with some kind of like weird, fluffy, white, light kind of looking stuff. Looks like used to be maybe corn.
Throw that at Neldor.
All right, give me an attack roll.
Can I roll dexterity to dodge out of the way?
Oh wait, it's dexterity things +1.
I'm gonna turn away at this point and try and.
I'm assuming I'm not
turn my back to this.
19 hit.
He gets a 19. I'll give you an athletics roll to try to dodge out of the way.
All right. 21, baby.
All right, you managed to easily just sort of sidestep out of the way and avoid most of the popcorn that comes flying towards you.
Oh, it's popcorn. That's what you're explaining.
Oh, I get it. Puffy white. Okay.
Puffy white corn stuff.
Strange and.
I get it.
And then you guys continue to play and give me one last roll. The winner of this wins the 5.
Oh boy. Come on, Neldor.
Ooh, 23. Oh, nat 20.
Damn.
Yeah, you win.
Wait.
Oh, no, wait.
Damn.
I rolled a nat 20. Sorry.
Oh, okay.
You just played with our emotions.
I want to blame it on the fact that the man threw a bowl of popcorn at me.
Yeah, true, actually. I thought it was over. That's
So
why I
26 total for
Well,
her.
now I have 0 gold.
Yeah, I don't beat that.
Okay. So she starts to all of a sudden pick up the song again, and it is the best version ever you have heard of the song being played. Although what you're playing is pretty freaking awesome as well. And at the end of it, she kind of gives you a little smile, a little bow, picks up the money, and heads up to the bar.
I gotta follow her up. I guess I'll follow her to the bar.
Oh.
Kind of scoring at Monty as I walk past, and I was like, I invited you drinking, and you throw this at me.
I want to trip him. No, I'm kidding.
Oh wait, can I do? Oh, okay. I lost 5 gold, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
All right. So as I'm walking by Monty, I want to bump into him, and maybe not pick 5 gold out of his purse.
Give me a sleight of hand. What's your passive perception there, Monty?
Passive perception is 11. Okay, Malcolm, take the 5 gold off of your sheet because he grabbed the rest of my gold.
Okay, I will go look.
What are we looking?
Montgomery. His passive perception is a not 15.
Have I really been muted this entire time? I'm so upset. I'm so sorry.
We assumed
You
Drew
threw
was
popcorn at me.
No, I've literally. No, yeah, it was yeah. But no, Malcolm, take the money off of your character sheet because I only had 5 left, and he took all of it
Oh.
from the pickpocketing.
Cool. Wow.
All right. So you like grab his pouch and head off. And he
To
is
the
none
bar.
the wiser.
I have not a cent in my pocket anymore.
I would like to offer to buy her a drink for her wonderful play.
All right, and then
Poor.
as you come up, she's already buying you a drink because she won the gold.
Oh, I see. I bow and I say, I will humbly accept my defeat and drink to your skill and wisdom around that fiddle. May I ask where you learned to play with such ferocity?
She says, well, I did go to school down in Mistdale and then she, at the high school of Bardiness.
Lucy, what's it?
School.
What's the New York has that big school there?
Oh gosh, Eastman.
Isn't there another one that all the like big musicians go to?
I've definitely heard of it because I went to a music school where people talked about the schools they wanted to go to in New York City. But Eastman was the one that I knew about.
I thought there was some other one. I can't remember what it is. But
There
she says
absolutely is.
she learned in Mistdale, which Mistdale is sort of like Dire Shade is very much the like mercenary sort of based town. And what you have been discovering is that each town seems to sort of have like a little, demigod kind of a thing that they worship in the town, and it kind of has the aspect of what that town is based on, and Dire Shade is sort of this like merchanty type town, while Mistdale is very much like the capital of this area. It's like very like artsy and things like that out that way.
Interesting.
Very interesting.
So Scalar, then, what are you doing? Looked like you were sitting up at the bar.
He
Particular you wanted to be doing?
he will have a beer or have some sort of drink, whatever the strongest thing he'll get, or he can get.
All right, they bring over this concoction. It's sort of like it's like a super like dark browny kind of a color. Like it almost looks black. It's so dark, and then it has like it's sort of like 2 layers, and then the top layer has like a bluish kind of a hue to it, and then as she brings it over, you see her take
Mic
like a
off.
little thing and light it up, and it puts a spark on there, and the
Mic
top
on.
lights up, and this like giant flames shoot out, and she sets it down in front of you with the top sort of burning, and she says, "This is the strongest drink we have. It's known as the Dragon's Breath."
Well, okay. If this doesn't do the job, then nothing will. He will drink it.
All right, as he starts to chug it down, like you take that big sip, you can kind of see a little bit of the amber glow around you, and you don't feel anything.
What? What is this? What are you trying to pull? This isn't alcohol.
I mean, like you can taste the alcohol in it. Like it's not like you
Okay.
don't taste the alcohol. It's just it doesn't seem to be affecting you. That's all.
Damn. I will set the glass down, thank her, and then I give her a gold piece.
He thanks you profusely for that.
then he's gonna stay in the corner. He'll go sit next to one of his comrades.
All right, you see Neldor up at the bar. I'm not sure if Monty knew after watching the show, or if you wanted to go over like during the show or something.
After the show, yeah, I follow over.
That's the two bards up there. I will go up and make the bold claim of alcohol has no effect on me.
Mic on.
Oh boy.
I can drink anything and I wouldn't get drunk.
Can I see if he is?
I think I can turn this into a lucrative business plan. This is a good wager.
You, Monty, if you want, you can make an insight roll.
Yes. Insight. Nice. It wasn't even a nat one. It was a 2 minus 1.
Oh wow.
You don't know him enough to really be able to tell if he is drunk enough, if he's drunk or anything like that. He just comes up and makes this claim, and you're kind of like, I don't know. Maybe.
I'll turn to the other bard. I will look at her and say, I will bet you all 9 gold pieces that I have that I could drink you under the table. Or anybody. It doesn't have to be you. I'll drink anybody under the table.
I'm not a drinker. I mean, I just drink wine with my father, and that's really it. I mean, I'm not exactly.
I'll sigh, look down. Is anybody in this bar willing to? He'll look up and he'll be a little louder. Is anybody in this bar willing to gamble for their ability to drink?
She goes, I'll put the 5 gold I just won down. I've spent enough time in bars. I have there's no way.
Drunk by a woman.
Monty, how are you feeling about gambling? I'll be willing to put 5 gold down. I'll take Scalar on this bet.
Well, I don't.
You should do it. The gods are on my side.
Fine. I reach into my pocket, and I don't find anything. I'm like, son of a this town. Slams his hand on the bar and just like kind of pouts a little bit. Doesn't really say anything else.
And I'll ask any of the compatriots. I said, I'll bet you 5 gold. My friend, Scalar here, can outdrink your wonderful bard. Guards, you have decent pay. Anyone willing to take the bet?
I would like to tap on his shoulder and just a slight amend. I'm sorry. Yes, I will drink the bard under the table, but I'm not just saying. I will drink every living creature in this city under the table.
One of the guards comes up as well.
How are you feeling tonight? You willing to make a bet? A nice gamble to get the.
And that other guy up there said, "We don't have a lot of money, but we'll put what we have in."
How much? I'll match whatever they put in. I'm feeling quite rich.
They each put like 2 gold down. Like they're not. Right. I mean, they're just like common working people. But
this isn't as fun as I thought it was going to be. I mean, if I'm looking for rich people. I'm not looking at that, but okay, yeah, we're doing this.
You're in the wrong bar for rich people.
We're in middle
just
class.
Like the common workers and stuff.
Okay, well, let's ruin these livelihoods and go to the rich bar. Ooh.
I will. Hey, if you can produce, I'm willing to back you financially.
Scalar is actually kind of not like he's just seeing the gold and just seeing how everyone's just like. I mean, yeah, I'll put my life savings into this. I'm just like, I don't feel good doing that. It's not
like their life savings. I mean, it's enough where they put 2 gold down. It's enough to like. It's not going to like cripple them, but it's
Okay. He's going to seem disappointed. He's going to just seem like, oh, okay, I thought it was him. But if everyone's still willing to go, he will continue.
All right, those two put 2 gold in. She puts her 5 in. The bar does. She's happy enough to do that, as it was pretty much free money anyway. And
I'm happy to put 4 out of the 5 gold that I just stumbled across.
All right. I drink everything they give me.
All right. She starts out doing. I'll say this. She puts 3 shots down in front of everybody. So everybody give me 3 con saves.
I am not part of this.
Oh,
I'm
in
just
front
playing
of
this right
everyone?
now.
If you're part of it.
Oh, yeah,
If you're
no.
gonna
I'm
be part
betting
of the
on
drinking thing.
I'm betting on Scholar. Is Scholar drinking?
Yep.
And I'm not, because I'm
Uh,
betting on it.
You're not? Okay.
I was betting on him winning.
Wow, these are such
Yeah,
crappy rolls. About a drink in, this guy at the end just goes, ugh, and he's like stumbles down to the end of the bar. This guy laughs until he takes his second drink, at which point in time he crumples down in his chair on the floor. She gets through all 3 drinks and seems to be okay, but she's definitely looking a little wobbly. And you see Scalard just down these 3 drinks, and you don't see any difference at all.
That's my boy. I'll pay for the next round of shots. I'll pay for 2 more for each.
All right. Yeah, the one shot in, and this bar lady's like, I'm done. And she's like, head hanging down and can barely stand at this point in time. I rolled a nat 1 for her first con save in the next round. She is out. The other 2 definitely were already out after the first round.
Scholar!
Nice.
I say that is an impeccable talent, and we will make loads of money if we head over. I've heard stories about this bar. It's where the rich folk. I don't know. I believe rich folk like to gamble. They have the money to do it. But we have some fun.
The gods are on my side today. I don't know what's happening, but let's roll with it.
If we would like to stop back at the guild hall and pick up some of our funds, I would say 200 gold would suffice.
So you get about 9 gold out of that from those guys then.
Cool.
And Malika, what are you doing then during all this drinking competition?
I wanted to talk to the scary guy in the corner. He looks like he knows magic.
All right, so you head up and sit down. And I mean, does anybody else have any plans of doing anything else here, or?
Nope.
No, not really. No.
Okay. All right, then. All right, so you sit down next to him, and he says, "Oh, well met, friend."
Well, Matt, sorry, you look like a man of some arcane knowledge. He's gonna like open his hand and just let a fireball dingle and then like close out.
He says, "I don't know much about the arcane."
Well, you look like you know your way around a fight at least.
He just kind of shrugs his shoulders at that.
What do you do, my friend, for a living? You're sitting here in this cozy establishment.
He says, since I don't actually know. He says, it's a funny story. I woke up maybe like 6 months ago, but I don't remember anything. And I ended up kind of wandering into this town. And I've been kind of doing odd jobs ever since, but I don't really remember anything in my past.
Oh, amnesia. That's my friend. you sure you're okay? Like, you should find out about your past, or you should, you know, come with me and fight. And, I don't know. Can you fight? Or are
You
you
don't
just
remember
How
anything.
persuasive.
Come with me and fight.
Yeah, you're not doing a very good job.
I know what you're trying to do, and I'm trying to think of the best way to.
Tell you no.
Block you.
I just try to find out like if he's at all useful for anything, or if he's just somebody we need to go save.
Is he
If he
able to
is
be a
useful
companion?
person, or is he somebody who's gonna have us go on a wild goose chase to try and figure out his past? That's what I'm trying to figure out.
Well, don't think of it that way, dude. Just react.
He just kind of says like, yeah, I mean, I try to piece the stuff together, but I'm just not coming up with everything. Every once in a while, I have a strange blackout again, but you know, I always seem to wake up in this town, so I just kind of do my thing and hang out, I guess.
Wait. These blackouts have happened more than once. Now he's intrigued because he's like, this is a puzzle for him to figure out.
Yeah, every once in a while, it seems like, you know, all of a sudden I'll wake up and it'll be like a week later.
Have you consumed any mind-altering substances before these blackouts?
No, I'm not into doing any of that kind of stuff.
Okay. Have you pissed off any magic users, gods, priests, anybody?
He said, in my past, I don't know. I don't really know what happened. He said, I do hope to someday figure it out, but, you know, I just try to make the best of it. I mean, there's no point in being mad and whatever about that because it's not going to make any difference. I'm not going to be able to change what happened.
My friend, would you like some help with your mystery? Would you like a warm place to stay?
Give me a persuasion roll.
Is this man a homeless?
Kind of seems like it.
I mean, he doesn't look like he's a homeless.
He just kind of the way he's
You're
describing.
just kind of treating him like one.
No, he's describing he does odd jobs and he doesn't have memories, and I want to help him. I'm morally attached now.
He goes, yeah, I have a room for a couple of weeks, but you know, maybe after that, I'll see if I can find you again. Where would I find you at again?
You know that big guild hall, like in the middle of the town?
Oh yeah, that's that really nice building over there.
Yeah.
What's his name? Henzio. He's come and talked to me a couple of times. I see him every once in a while out on the street.
Why was he talking to him?
Why don't you? What has he just offered you a job? Like, you know?
Yeah, he's talked about that, but I'm not sure yet what exactly I want to do. So I have been polite.
My friend, it's always open. If you want someone to try and help you get to the bottom of your mystery, I'm offering to lend you a hand. If you need something blown up, I'm really good at that. And you can come reach me at the guild hall, or you can just, you know, pen me a letter and leave it here with the bartender. I'm sure I'll be back in this establishment in a time or two.
I appreciate that. I'll definitely keep that in mind.
Yeah, look out for each other, man.
As
All right.
I would like to fill Scholar on the scheme of how we rob the rich, but we don't rob them because we're good people. We just, friendly gambles. We walk in there, my friend. You act drunk and disheveled. I will bet and persuade them to make the bet of 200 gold pieces that you will be able to chug whatever amounts of the quantity of their strongest drink that they wish you to chug. You do that, we win money. Is that clear?
Okay, yes. Okay, yes. Let's do it.
Let's do it.
So what? You wanted to go to the other bar?
We want
I
to go to
wanna-
the rich bar.
We were gonna stop at the guild hall, pick up some of the money that we pick up 200 gold pieces from what we had. Right, we're gonna dip into the guild funds, not our personal funds. Right. Go back to the rich bar, swindle them with his amazing ability to not get drunk, make money,
And then just
and be happy.
be sassy.
All right.
I also want to talk to this guy before we leave this bar.
Okay.
Just gonna.
What did everyone hear his interaction with that guy, or did ever was that just him?
I mean, you saw him. I mean, he went over there towards the beginning when all the other stuff was going on and things, and he's been over there just kind of chit chatting with him for a while. So, I mean, it's not like they're talking loud enough where everybody in the bar hears it, but you can clearly see he's over there talking with him.
Sure. Yeah, okay.
I mean, if you wanted to go over at some point, you could do that.
I mean, sure. I will just kind of in the casual way that, like, hey, my other buddy's over here. I'll say hi to him or whatever. Just introduce myself, I guess, like a polite fucking person.
I'm not a lizard person who's unable to get drunk.
And I guess just after hearing his story, that's interesting for sure. Have you like done any research or looked into that? Have you asked anybody to take a look at you?
He says, well, I've only been in town probably 2 weeks, so I'm still kind of feeling everything out, figuring out like what the town's about and other things like that.
You should stop by. Might be able to, I don't know, see what's up. So
Yeah,
I
that's
guess
what that
second.
that's what that Henzio guy keeps telling me too.
We have some limited facilities for research purposes. We might be able to find something out. And then I will leave to go to the rich bar.
All right, so you guys head out then.
Hey, I want to talk to this dude before we head out.
Okay. You come up to the table. You see the half elf. He's kind of sitting there. He's got some like food and a little bit of drink, but there's only a few bites taken out. He seems very like distracted, and he's kind of like holding a little device in his hand. You can't exactly tell what it is, but he seems to just be kind of like tinkering around, turning little knobs, and he'll add like a part, take a thing off, move something around, like he's kind of like building or trying to figure this thing out.
Hello, my friend. I want to sit down.
He kind of looks up, like kind of startled that like somebody was sitting there, and he's kind of like, "Well met. Who are you?"
My name is Malcolm. I'm a wizard. I'm also just, trying to meet some people here, and you seem like the interesting type of folk. What you got there, friend?
Oh well, this is he goes off onto this like giant explanation of how he thinks that he can somehow harness the power of the sun inside this thing, and when you throw it, it'll erupt in this bright light. But so far, mostly it just fizzles and a little bit of smoke comes out.
Can I do?
But I'm gonna get it though.
Can I do like an arcana or like a mental calculation of like the actual ability for that to happen? Like just based on what I know.
Mic off.
Yeah, go ahead. Give me I'll give you an arcana, I guess. I mean, you've heard of spells that have the power to be able to basically create daylight that would blast out like that. You've never heard of anybody that had the capabilities of making something like that, but you know that there's guys that are, like
But logistically, it's
artificer type guys. Yeah, you would think that it's possible. How you wouldn't know? That's not really your area of expertise.
Yeah. But he ran the numbers and was like, okay, this is possible.
Yeah, you would think that's probably something somebody could figure out someday.
My friend, what do you do for a living? You just tinker? Or do you have a lab? Do you have a place where you do your work? I'm interested to learn more about what you're doing. It's pretty fascinating the way to harness that like magic with. It appears to be some technology.
He says, yeah, I live over in there's like a guild of creators, and we make different things. There's only a couple of us here in this town. Over in Mistdale, that's where all the big guys live.
Okay, so
They create crazy stuff.
Misstyle is creation. And arts is what I heard, and music.
Yeah, it's like very kind of like how New York would be. Like how New York is sort of like the epicenter of like theater and arts a lot and that kind of stuff. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Okay, so that makes sense to me.
It's kind of like that, but there's, since it's also the big town, there's the most people there. There's lots of money there. You could see there being like a guild hall of like people who are like artificers who would create crazy things. They would probably focus a lot on creating, illusion type things for like, shows or some kind of artsy thing. But, you could definitely see there's probably people out there that could do that kind of stuff.
All right. So Malcolm's like, oh, that's very, very interesting, my friend. Have you ever like thought about doing stuff to help the people? You're creating all these fantastic pieces of technology, like people could use those for their daily lives.
Well, we always try to find things that make people's lives better.
Listen to this, my friend. I have an idea for you. A device that stops projectiles, arrows, spears, things such as that.
As you are talking, you feel about halfway through that sentence, you pretty much lost his attention as he goes back to looking at this thing again and seems to be kind of focused on that. And he was like, what was that about projectiles or something like that?
A device that blocks projectiles, that like, not a shield, but like a magical shell type thing that'll like force them away and make sure nobody gets ambushed on the road and dies.
Well, I mean, I suppose that does sound like it would be something useful for people.
Be extremely useful. How could one commission that being built or get their hands on something like that?
He says, well, I have to talk to the head guild guy over where I'm at. There's just me and him, and but usually he says when people come up and want that for like 1,000 gold, he'll start to look into the concept and see if it's even viable.
I will get back to you on that, my friend. I'm sure we can end up coming to some arrangements. I also, if you need a place to tinker when you're in town here, my guild hall is open for you to work and tinker.
Well, maybe I'll come over and check it out sometime. But I mean, we have our own hall, so with lots of little tools and stuff. So, and then he just kind of goes back to like tinkering away at his little thing there.
All right, to the rich bar.
All right, so you guys go back to the hall. You guys grab some money. You see Henzio while you're there, and he comes up and goes, "Well, you guys going out again? Well, just so you know, Lord Colcom would like to see you tomorrow. So don't stay out too late, or at least make sure you're in enough of a good condition to be able to talk to him. Anyway.
Well, I don't think we'll have a problem with the conditions. Am I right? Kind of nudge. No, yeah. Jokes.
All right, so you guys make your way through town to the bar. As you come in, you see the sign out front. It's got fancy gold lettering and stuff like that, and it's in the really good part of town. I think on the map, the town map. Let's move you guys over to there because I don't really have a the green area is where all the rich people live, and that is actually where this bar is at. It's inside of there. So as you come down, you see it's super nice. All the wood is nice. Everything inside the bar is the highest quality of everything. And you see a few noble or rich merchants sitting around inside of here talking. There's maybe 5 of them. And behind the bar you see a guy. He's got almost a tuxedo-y kind of a shirt on, and there's a couple of others walking around, and then you see another guy that's in these really fancy things, and he comes up and he goes, may I help you guys? Are you sure you're in the right establishment?
I do believe so, my fine sir. We are a traveling band, and while we may look less than appropriate attire, we are long on the road, and dressing in our finest silks isn't exactly the most ideal for a traveling roadsman. We gotta stay under cover and try to dilute us, but I believe we are.
I'm sorry. I will subtle spell cast dancing light so that dancing light starts appearing around him to look impressive.
Oh wait, and
or to have it blow up in my face.
And then here's the other thing that you see in the bar. I stopped halfway through the description. So you see, like I said, everything is the highest woods, fancy stuff. There's little gold, inlaid and little fancy patterns all over. And then in the middle of the room, floating up above, that kind of providing a light for the entire room, you see a giant ball. It's maybe 3 feet across, and then inside there you just see it. It's it almost looks like a swirling gas of purple and blue lights that kind of shine out, and it kind of fills the bar with an odd kind of a color, but it lights it up enough where it gives it light to be able to see and everything else.
Well, Malcolm is very interested by that, and I'll let them do what they're doing, and I'll inspect that when they're having their drinking competition.
Right, yeah, that's interesting. Yeah, that's cool.
If you want to give me a
Kana or investigation, I'll
say a history for the thing of the bar.
Ooh, I have that.
So you guys have heard that there's across, this kingdom in here, there are a bunch of these different bars. You think Scalar, there's probably 10 of them. And as far as you know, each one is very much like this. You've heard about them because they're they're such nice, crazy places. It's trying to go to the Ritz or whatever kind of a thing. But each one has a giant glowing ball in the middle of it like that. It's the sort of it's almost like an attraction of the bar because it's just such a fascinating thing to watch. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Okay. What that is.
Yeah. Out of game. That's coming home with us.
I will say, out of game, that's not happening.
Just bets on it. Yeah. Can we have that, please? Wait. How many major cities are there? Hold up. Let me do some big brain stuff.
So anyway, you cast that. He kind of looks around. Give me a, I don't know, persuasion check. I guess,
got
to
it.
see how he feels about these dancing lights and if he thinks. You see him like kind of almost working the numbers as he kind of looks over looks you guys over a little bit. And he goes, I suppose I could allow, at least tonight anyway, but there's a 25 gold seating fee.
Mic on.
Yeah, I don't got that.
This
Sir,
might not
that
be.
is
No.
preposterous. Do you have any idea who my father is?
You should not be talking about fathers.
Steve should be talking about fathers.
Do we want to try to find a different place? Do we want to find a place that like is more a little bawdier?
Scummy,
Yeah, and we were at the
class or high class. That's it.
Oh, okay. We were at middle class already, if I remember correct.
Yeah.
Okay.
Correct.
Ritz it is.
No, I would like. No, I'd
I would
like to
speak
try
your
to
manager.
persuade him to let us in without the seating fee.
I agree.
I'm kind of scoff at his 25 gold coin.
So wait, hold on. Actually,
Seating.
quick question. So this bar that we're trying to get into, the high class one, this you said it has like 10 locations.
Correct.
Would I know about any near my my area, my kingdom or whatever?
Well, most of them are. You? What area were you from again?
Ah, shit. What was the name of the place? I don't think it's on this map. I just was like curious if it would it just be in this general like region, or would it be like scattered more?
They were supposed to be more like around this kingdom kind of a
Okay.
thing. But if
So
you
then-
were like not like super super far away,
I wouldn't assume.
give me a history. Give me like a history check.
Sure.
How about that?
Oh god, Monty's doing history.
I actually have an okay history. Okay, I have a +3, but I mean, if I roll a 2, then that doesn't do anything. Never
It's
mind.
true. You would have heard of them because your father talked to him about them once a tiny little bit, but you were young, and at the time it wasn't a thing that you cared about. You were like, why would people even go? That seems stupid.
Yeah.
So you never really paid attention. You just know they're more of a thing.
Well, Malcolm's not trying to pay 25 gold to sit down at this bar. He just wants to inquire about the ball and then leave.
I still want to try to get in without paying.
Let me ask about the ball before you start pissing him off, please.
Well, no, you're not allowed in unless you pay the seating fee, so therefore you can't ask about the ball.
I can ask the doorman about the ball.
I'll say he wasn't saying the 25 for each. It was just if you give him 25 gold, he'll let you go sit down.
Okay, this screen's up.
Like for all of you.
That's fine.
Okay, I would definitely try to roll with the persuasion thing. Just
Yeah,
raise
I
an
would
eyebrow.
say,
The Better Business Bureau wouldn't like that.
The better business.
My
Give me one
gosh.
more persuasion roll on that one.
all right.
Oh, I also have a +4.
Not good.
He says, well, if you do 20. Your dress code, you barely even come close to the dress code. He kind of points at Monty and says, he's probably the closest. He definitely seems to have noble blood in him. But the rest of you.
Okay.
I'll flip him 20 gold.
Out of the two, yeah, whatever. We can gamble 180. Well, honestly, this doesn't seem like a situation, a place where gambling would be allowed.
Gamble. It's not just a friendly wager. I wouldn't consider it a gambling.
What is?
Actually, yeah. If it's ritzy enough, then yeah, it would like, well, just a friendly wager and between distinguished gentlemen.
Yes.
Yeah. So as you look around, you can see
Of
like
high
there's
class.
two like merchant sons. They're probably barely old enough to get in here, but you assume they got in here because they're merchant sons, and this guy,
All right, let's go to
would
them.
allow them to come in.
Wait, let's hear the rest. What else? What else? Who else is
Then
in
you
here?
see like a guy who's maybe like an older gentleman and a guy who's like maybe middle aged, and they're sort of sitting off in a booth talking in kind of whispered tones.
All right.
They kind of give off that vibe of like they're having some kind of like a business meeting or whatever. But the two young kids at the bar are kind of like, give me another drink, like they're they're out and they're kind of like
They're the ones, gentlemen.
They are the
right.
ones.
Like they're out here having fun.
They're the ones.
I would like to stroll up to these two fine merchant sons.
I would like to put a single stumble, like one stumble on the way there. I don't know if you want a performance.
Performance, yeah, that was exactly what I was going to say.
+2. Oh, not bad. Not bad. Not bad. Not good. Not bad.
All right. You can see as you come up, it looks like they've each probably had a couple already. So they're like, the one kind of nudges the other guy and they kind of chuckle a little bit as they see you come up and stumble a little bit like that.
I'd like to talk to the merchant sons and be like, you fellows look fine off. Are you experienced? I take it you drink often, right?
What's it to you? I mean...
Well, I have a running, let's just say friendly wager to any mark that my friend here will be able to A, either out-drink you, or B, drink the amount of liquid or the amount of alcohol that you wish for him to consume and not go down, if that makes sense, my friends.
I'm just going to say behind him, a little, just slightly slurred. Alcohol has no effect on me. I am superior.
See him kind of look at each other and kind of chuckle a little bit. And they go, they say, if you could down one of the, an entire bottle of the Giant's Blood whiskey, we'll match your bet. No one's ever been able to do that.
Bartender!
It is.
Bartender.
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 Wait, will you be paying for our friend's drink, or?
Oh yeah, they offered. They said if you don't, yeah. They said we'll give you a drink.
Yeah, they say, what's the wager?
I wager you 200 gold marks. That's my associate here will be able to drink that entire bottle in one sitting. Not even one sitting. Let's just say within 10 minutes, drink the entire bottle and be able to walk in a straight line to the edge of the bar and back, no problems. Will you take that bet?
I feel like you're describing like your Friday night or something like that.
No, that was me on Saturday.
There's a lot of detail in there.
That was me on Saturday. That was actually me though. Fucking fireball.
They'll say, we'll take that bet. Nobody can do that. 2 shots of that stuff and we can barely get ourselves out of here.
Well, all right then, my fellows. Prepare to be astonished.
You might want to inspire him.
I mean, yeah, I guess I'll inspire.
I will take the bottle, and I will take 2 big gulps while making eye contact with first one and then the other for each consecutive gulp. Oh my god. Dexter, what do you want? I've given you so much freaking love today. Go on. Go down. Go on, Dexter. Go on. Thank you.
All right.
Nudging my arm all damn night. Go away. Go on. Go on. Go on. Go.
All right. You take the two. I'm not even going to make you make the rolls because you know you don't have to make them at this point in time. So you just start just drinking it. You can drink as much of it as you want at this point in time. And you guys just see him slowly start to drink this down, and he just stands there like rock steady. It burns a little bit going down your throat because it's a pretty potent alcohol.
What does it taste like?
It has sort of like a kind of like an earthy type of a taste to it, but it's actually like a good taste. It has that with sort of like a little bit of like a sweet aftertaste as after it goes down. I mean, it burns your throat going down for sure, but you sort of get like a nice sweet aftertaste that kind of reminds you of like a honeysuckle or something like that.
I'm going to define the notes or just like
Aftertaste of shoe leather. Small hint of orange.
turpentine and
He's upstairs.
deer leather.
Probably why. Okay.
Tiny deer leather.
And then I will finish the drink and then balance the bottle on my head. I will try to just stand still and balance the bottle on my head for a couple of seconds as much as possible.
Just give me a acrobatics check or something, just to make sure you don't just normally mess it up.
Ugh.
You put it up there. I mean, you feel steady doing it, but it's for some weird reason you just set it down and it just slides off because it was at a weird angle.
But I stay still.
But you say still, yeah, like you're not like falling over. Like you're not. It wasn't like it fell off because you were drunk.
Now,
It fell off because I don't have a flat head.
Friends, now before we see this man walk down and back in a straight line, I will offer you another wager. I will match your next bet to say that man will drink another bottle of your Giant's Breath whiskey, whatever you may call it, and he will still be able to walk down and back absolutely no problems.
No, hang on. That wasn't the agreement. I didn't. He's just gonna try to look a little nervous.
Give me a persuasion check.
With
Don't do good.
Oh yeah. 16.
They go. There's no way. Nobody's ever. It's gonna kick in, and this guy's gonna fall over. He'll probably be dead by morning.
alrighty then.
All right, then bring another bottle over.
He's okay. Scalar's gonna look to Monty. Monty? Eldor? Sorry.
Neldor.
Neldor.
Neldor. He's gonna look to Neldor. Kind of give him like a bit of an evil eye, but a knowing evil eye.
So I know that
Grab
you're
the
giving
bottle.
an evil eye because
Gonna
you
grab
can
the
do it.
bottle, pull the cork, take a deep breath, and chug it.
All right.
You're gonna just like bliss up completely horizontal or vertical, and just gulp, 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 and then he'll try that bottle balance again.
All right, give me a.
Booyah!
This time you managed to put it on your head and you hold it up there pretty well. As you guys watch, you can see a little bit of like that amber kind of light glow a little bit around him, but the other two guys don't seem to notice it, and they're half-drunken stupors. And their eyes sort of get wide, and they hand over the money for the bet. They say, "Well played. I've never seen anybody with a constitution like you." What was your name again, friend?
Scalar. I'm gonna give him the wrong name.
That's Scalar. Whoa. Crazy,
scale.
bro. Don't
It's scalar, not scalar. I don't know. He doesn't want. He kind of panics a little bit. He doesn't want to give his real name, but can't think of a fake name.
so he basically gives them his name, but just pronounced differently.
Yeah.
That's Scalar, that's Scalar.
Scalord. I'm Scalord.
Scalor?
K-Lord. K-Lord. Huh, that's a weird name, but well done, friend.
no, like, he's not gonna correct him. He doesn't care.
I knew,
All right, they what was the bet then in the end? 400 gold or something like that.
400 gold pieces.
All right, the two of them hand you over 400 gold pieces.
Cool. Oh wow, we got 200 from both. Cool.
Kind of.
Well, yeah, because we doubled the bet.
This is true. Yes. Even though we couldn't back it up.
Yes,
Yeah.
but they don't need to know that.
They kind of like you kind of hear him go. The one guy nudges and he goes, "Man, your dad's gonna be pissed that we lost all this gold, but that was freaking crazy." And they're like, they kind of start joking about it a little bit and stuff. But.
Should I ask it? What's your dad's name? Maybe he's another lord.
He says, "Well, he's one of the my dad's one of the biggest merchants around here. He's you're not sure if that's true or not, but he's at least making that brag anyway." And
Oh, very impressive. Well, it was nice meeting you. How much is a bottle of this? I'm gonna buy them one of those bottles. I don't know. Is 8 gold enough? Shit.
for like a bottle of that, yeah, probably.
Yeah, I'll throw 8 gold down just because it doesn't mean anything to me.
Oh yeah, I forgot. We have a guy that doesn't give a shit about money.
Well, he doesn't really he hasn't really earned much of it. He's just getting like any money he's getting is kind of just for the guild, and he's sort of okay with that. Kind of like rolls with what he's used to anyway.
Mike's basically money whoring the guy that doesn't care about
I
money.
was not money whoring. I would offer to split the gold for our wager for my persuasive skills and my talking and his ability to not get drunk. I would split the 600 gold that we made into. I mean, I guess the 400. I'd offer him 200 gold because 200 was the guild's.
I mean, if you want to take a cut, That's fine. But just, I mean, the guild makes sure I get fed and have everything I need. So I broke a table earlier, so it'd be nice to kind of give back to that.
All right, makes sense.
Am I close enough to overhear that?
I assumed you guys were all standing around.
I'm gonna nudge Scalar and like point at my head, and I'm gonna send him a message. And I'm gonna tell him, "Don't worry about the table; it's already fixed." And then that's the only thing I'm gonna say.
All right.
Good.
All right. So you guys finish up here. You get your wagers. You chat with these guys for a bit. They seem to be young and kind of. They don't really know a great deal as far as anything of like important type stuff.
The world.
They're just young kids who are, rich young kids. They come here and they drink and goof around and whatever.
I want to ask somebody about the orb that looks like they know what they're doing.
The orb?
Yeah, the floating ball. I want to know more about it.
So you talk to the guy who runs the place. His name is Archibald.
Archibald, okay.
Love it.
He'll tell you that, well, each of these has this glowy floating orb. It's one of the, the high, kind of the features of coming into the bar. It kind of gives it light, and so they were created, a couple 100 years ago by some powerful mage for the bar. And they just float there. They never change. They never, they just kind of are these, like, at least this one is purple and blue, and it just kind of radiates the color off across the room and lights things up. And
Do you know who made them?
Yeah, so I'm gonna ask. Does anybody know who made them? Because that sounds interesting.
he doesn't really seem to know that. He just goes, I mean, I don't really know. I just know that it was a couple hundred years ago, and somebody made them, and it's been here ever since.
Okay, so on Malcolm's list to do, go back to the library at the guild house and look up those balls. That's what she said.
All right.
Yeah, that's interesting. Cool. Actually, while in this highfalutin, well-to-do bar, I will ask around if there is anyone who knows any magic researcher or magic provider, or wizard, or any sort of magic person.
Don't forget, we still have to go see the one important dude. That's not happening tonight, though, I don't think.
Oh, geez, yeah. We just fucked around all day today.
Yeah.
Like for what ends? Like to somebody who might.
I'm just curious if there's anyone doing like serious magical research in this town. If not, that's totally I totally get that.
They would tell you that. Well, I mean, there's the Library of the Sun. That's run by a gnome named Jelly. She has a lot of books over there to do a lot of research in there.
Gnome named Jelly. Writing that down. All right, yeah, that's all I want. That's all I'd be interested in.
I'm gonna tell Squire too. Squire, let me know when you're going to that library. I want to check it out, see some, talk to some people, and see some stuff.
All right, so if there is no more here that's going to be going on, then the next day you would have your. Since we're getting close to 10, we'll get close to wrapping this up at this point in time.
Because I takes around for 2 hours.
Oh no, that's fine. I mean, what I would like is, if you guys wanted to do that and kind of flesh your guys out, because I kind of want to flesh the town out and make it seem more alive. I don't have any problems with that.
I don't have problems with that. I just think it's funny. Everything that is supposed to take like 1 or 2 sessions just takes, multiple of those.
Well, honestly, online that is a big factor for this, but also, yeah, this party's got a bit of a different priority. We're looking to do some stuff, as much fighting as we are boring.
I mean, even if we were a live game, I wouldn't have any problem if you spent the whole night just wanting to run around and, do this kind of stuff. I mean, I think it's always cool when you can kind of flesh your characters out a little bit more and stuff as well, and sort of meet people in the town and get to do different things, so the town becomes more of like, oh, hey, you remember over here, that kind of thing. So
yeah.
All right. So the next day you get taken over to meet the Lord Calcom, the guy who had hired you for the first for your first adventure there. So as you enter in, I'll pop that up. You see that guy that should all be popped up for everybody to see now.
Yep.
He's
Nice.
Still fairly youngish. I mean, he still had, and stuff like that. He's got like a very pleasant disposition to be around. Like, he seems like a nice guy. You remember when you got hired before that, he seemed to be more interested in the well-being of the people who had been lost compared to, like, obviously getting the other, stuff back could have been important, but he cared more about the people than he seemed to care about any of the other stuff. And when you come in, he goes, I just wanted to meet you guys so that I could thank you in person for your help. And he says, it came to my attention that some of the sailors want to work for you guys. They said that they were very impressed with Montgomery, Sir Montgomery, and he kind of looks over at you,
Oh, howdy.
like clearly picking you out, going, this must be you, like as you seem to have more of that noble air around you. He says, so I have agreed to allow them to continue working for me on the docks. They're going to help unloading things, but at any point in time, you need them, and he goes over that whole deal of, your ship, which you guys can figure out a name that you want to name it, and, we'll make that a thing.
Well, I guess
you ever have
the Do4
you
Legacy
guys
is going to be sailing, too. Damn.
if you ever have need of an extra ship, you know where to borrow one.
Oh, I appreciate that. He said, I mean, I definitely would, have to ask, but yeah, in case we ever came down to whatever, an
Honestly,
emergency or something.
I think a majority of us, well, if not all of us, would be in agreement of that giving that permission in lieu of waiving all sort of berthing fees, docking fees, not berthing fees. Supplies, that sort of thing. Might also be a lucrative. Might be the start of a lucrative industry.
He says, yeah, let me think about that type of deal. Maybe like if we want to send them up to do stuff, maybe we can cut you guys in a little bit on the profits for that stuff since it's your ship.
Yeah, and where security can be supplied.
So
mic off.
But he says, yeah, I'd like to, welcome you to the town. As far as I know, so my understanding is that you have recently, Henzio has got you into the guild, huh?
Mic on.
Sorry?
Yes.
Henzio has just recently recruited you all into the guild.
Yes.
Yes.
But he is a good man. I have put my trust in him in the past.
What's interesting is we haven't heard much of our friend Henzio's
Mic off.
past. Would you care to elaborate on how he gained your trust?
He says, I don't know much about his past before I met him, but I mean, you don't think you guys are the first people to have been recruited in the guild, right? That's where I got my start in this town. He found me as a wandering noble years ago and brought me into the guild, and we did a lot of good stuff in this town and cleaned up a lot of stuff, and that I was able to use that and the money that I made from that to start, build myself up to where I'm at right now.
So I can become a lord too?
Mic on.
That's all Malik was going to say this entire conversation. Is just that.
No, you cannot.
Mic
He
off.
says, he says my title was more of like as being sort of the main merchant, and then I got recruited to be one of the leaders of the town. That was kind of where I got my title from. But I mean, I suppose anything is possible.
Could you knight me, sir?
I would not be able to do
Mic
that.
on.
So that is not in my power.
At that, Monty looks visibly distressed and upset at the fact that you think that he can do that.
Mic off.
Malcolm's like, wait, so who can knight me then?
Mic
I want to be a
on.
knight of the town?
Not him.
Mic off.
He says, do you guys know anything about the town? You don't all look like you're from around this area.
My friend, my specialty is blowing things up and studying things. And I walked into this town trying to find a job after I had some run-ins with some trouble and met my man Henzio, and he gave me a job. So if you could fill us in about this town, I'd love to hear it. It seems like quite a mixing pot of culture and races, though. I do respect that.
So he said, well, mostly we're human in here, and there's some dwarves and elves and gnomes. And then
Mic on.
the occasional, and then he
Mic
kind of
off.
nods towards Scallum and says, Dragonborn.
Mm.
Did I say that right?
I was
totally
gonna
said it wrong.
growl audibly.
Wow.
Scalar. Sorry about that. He doesn't say your name wrong.
Yeah.
I said your name wrong. He says it correctly.
Scal Lord.
Scal Lord.
Scalar is going to raise a lip in a growl and cross his arms, but won't say anything.
He will tell you that basically, like, what you learn is the town is run by a guy. There's a king. His name is Tarek Griffinclaw.
Okay,
he is like the guy, like the king of this town and the surrounding area around here. And then there are 3 lords that help him run the town. He is one, Lord Calcom. There's Dual Mark Ironbend, who's a dwarf. He got his position there by being like one of a great craftsman in the area, and he'd kind of worked his way up through there. And then there's the lady Janet Astazin, Astazin. I don't know.
Griffinclaw, correct? It was King Griffinclaw?
Correct. Tarek Griffinclaw.
Cool.
So those are the people that run this town. And so then he says, and together we try to do what's best for the town and stuff like that. And he says, so I would like you to, go out and enjoy yourselves. He said, I would like to warn you now, though. We're getting close to the Day of the Dead, and usually it's best to stay inside after dark during this time for the next couple days.
Why is that, Mr. Colcom?
The stories vary.
What is the story that a learned man would accept? And I kind of look at him.
He says, I don't know if I believe any of the stuff, but people around this time don't normally go out at night. They're afraid to stumble upon Ouija the Corrupt. Now, exactly who that is, I don't know, because as far as he explains it to him, he thinks it's sort of like a kid's tale. Some kind of a folk thing that they tell kids or whatever. He said, other people may know different than me. I don't know. But I figured, since that is the local rumor, I would at least warn you.
Well, yeah, thanks. Good, I guess.
Mic on.
Were we gonna wrap it up there, or were we gonna do a little more?
Yeah, does he have anything else?
For him, that was, he would do whatever chit-chatty kind of stuff, but for him, that was mostly the stuff. He wanted to just welcome you to the town.
All right,
personally.
Is he gonna be in contact with us if he has anything else for us, or are we gonna still be getting our stuff from the guild?
He would say that if he has any other jobs that he has further need for, he would go to the guild master, who
awesome.
he give you the job. So, yeah. Right. He would reach out to Henzio. Or, if he knows other people who could use the help or whatever,
He'll let us know.
he would send them to Henzio. Right. Henzio's sort of the guy who makes the
Mic
deals
off.
for that kind of stuff.
He's the guy who fixes things.
Mic on.
All right.
Okay, so then
And,
next session we're or where are we going next session?
Biju the Corrupt. It's the Day of the
Ouija.
Dead.
Oh yeah, the Day of the Dead. Yes. Is that like tomorrow, or how far off is that?
what time would you guys gone to visit him?
The next morning after I do it. Jesus,
Steve, you're breathing into your mic a little.
Mic off.
A lot. It's like a wind tunnel.
Okay, so the next morning, yeah. So, yeah, he just warns you to be careful going out at night over the next couple of days before
Mic on.
the Day of the Dead.
So we're going out at night.
Yes, exactly.
Mic off.
Exactly. I'm glad that we're all on the same page about that.
Okay.
Well, then let's let me ask her. Well, we can. You know, there's that lore gnome named Jelly that has a couple of lore books. Maybe we can figure something out there.
We're going there, but
Mic
we're also
on.
going to be going out at night.
Right. And he would, like he had said,
Mic off.
people around town have various stories of what they believe as far as what happens around this time of year, but he kind of thinks that the whole thing is just some sort of overblown urban legend, and for the sake of the town, he just usually stays in and just, so he doesn't really see or know anything more.
Maybe we can ask the other two. So maybe we'll ask Jelly, and we will ask the other two
Mic on.
Lords.
town leaders, lords. Lords.
I want to go get netted by the king.
Really likely. But yeah, that was fun.
It was very fun.